Caitlan Clark is going viral after throwing a temper tantrum during her first WNBA game. Even though her first 2 games as a pro has not gone as planned, this behavior is nothing new from Clark, as it's always been one of her biggest flaws since college, having many incidences of poor sportsmanship like throwing fits and complaining to refs. Even her own dad told her to stop complaining during a game. Yet it seems her attitude issues have always been pushed under the rug. And just 2 games into the WNBA, she already has clips of her complaining and her teammates trying to calm her down. It seems like the transition to the pros has been somewhat of a surprise to Caitlan, even after Diana Taurasi tried to warn her.
Reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
Hey, this is another episode of Rock Bottom Sports with Van Silk. So it's early in the morning. Kids got to go to school. 2 more days left. Yippee! I watched the recap of the last night game against the Fever and the Storm. The Storm had a 1-3 record. Now, it seems like the Fever and the Mystics are the only teams that have no wins. But I want to reach out, because I'm seeing this all over social media, to you clueless fans, or you clueless Caitlan Clark fans, and you podcasters. Colin Cohort, with his stupid analogy of they should have made an easier schedule and then let her win games. Listen, Caitlan Clark is just one of the players that play for the WNBA. She is not a savior. She's an average player. She has no defense. She's slow. She definitely a little sly of being a dirty player. Now, I don't know where your fans get off that thinking that the coach should be fired. Did you want the coach fired last year? The team sucked last year, it's going to suck this year, and it's going to suck for the next 3 years. Because unless you get an all-around player, team ain't going to win no games. Caitlan Clark is not a savior. She's not an all-around player. Yeah, she might have 21 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds, but listen, them last 4 points was in basically garbage time, and the 3 rebounds and the 2 assists. Because in the first half, she had only 5 points or 8 points, whatever it is. The other players on her team was also in double figures. 2 or 3 of the other players were in double figures. Caitlan Clark is the one who blew the game. She fumbled the ball. I don't see that in topics. Her coach sides is doing the best that she can. You got these rude-ass fans threatening the center. First of all, the Fever shouldn't even have drafted Caitlan Clark because you only need an Angel Reese type player, an all-around player with length. Caitlan Clark has no length. Now, y'all might sit up here and think I'm badging her. No, I'm not, man. It is what it is. She got white privilege because she's white. And it all started the year before last in the Final Four in the WNWCA. When they beat South Carolina, Dawn Staley was talking about how the news overlooked her team and just the all-white team from Iowa. They lost to LSU in the finals. The only reason why a lot of you, and I'm going to say it like this, you white fans who really are not into basketball, y'all just want to see Caitlan Clark as the great white hope. You always want to be a comparison to something that we do. Y'all got your Taylor Swift, you got Beyonce. Y'all just want to have a comparison in everything. We don't look at it that way. The ball players don't look at it that way. It's you non-basketball fans, you butthurt podcasters who feel that Caitlan Clark was going to come in the WNBA and just score 40 points. No, that's not happening. She's not doing that. This is not college basketball. You're playing against real players. 36 players drafted in this rookie season There's only 13 left in the WNBA. The rest of them got cut. Just like last year. It's only 12 teams. But here's the problem. Caitlan Clark had 10 overs in one game. Y'all ain't talking about that. She is getting defense played on her. She's not an athletic guard. She's like a John Starks. You can't dunk. You barely could play defense, you know. And all everything rely on you is to shoot the ball. Like your coach said, take a long 2. Everything got to be a 3. That's why you're 0-5, because you could have won that game last night. But I'm looking at your clueless fans. Going back to when LSU beat them, y'all built the momentum up of Caitlan Clark. All your news media, all your sport media, the talking points in the memo was talk about Caitlan Clark. That's how you set it up for the WNBA and the marketability. Y'all did the same thing to LeBron when he was in high school. Okay? So now, a lot of people think, oh, y'all got charted just now because of Caitlan Clark. No, that was in the work for 4 years. Y'all need to get that out your mind. Okay? Oh, this is the highest rating. Okay, you got the fools out there who wanted to go and spend money for these tickets to games you normally don't go to watch a team that's 0-4, which is now 0-5. If you want to follow her around and follow the team, good. Because at the end of the day, I look at y'all, clueless fans, to see where y'all going to be at in the next 3 weeks. If they lose 3 more games, they'll be 0-8. I want to see what the NBA is going to do for failing to promote, okay, the rookie class. I'm glad Asia Wilson and Angel Reese and all these other girls are doing their thing. And Candace Parker just become the president of Adidas women's side for sneakers. I don't know anybody who's going to buy Caitlan Clark sneakers. I really don't know anybody who will buy Angel Reese sneakers. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But my whole point is, all you podcasting men, are y'all going to the games? Because it looked like the league is still more lesbian, the league, bisexual, whatever you want to call it. And y'all not going to the game. I remember when I used to go to the game, when I used to manage Tora Super that played with the Charlotte Sting, and Dina Head that played with the Utah Stars, and Tina Charles that played with the Comet. And that was in the early days of the WNBA back in 1999 when Cynthia Cooper won 4 titles. Cynthia Cooper played in the WNBA for 4 years, won 4 straight titles. And she was the first woman inducted into the Naismith Hall of Basketball Hall of Fame. I wish y'all just stop with Caitlan Clark because y'all putting a lot of pressure on this girl's back. And she definitely going to get D'd up and played up hard by these WNBA players. That shit that she played in college is Tinker Tyler toy shit compared to the WNBA. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to bring up her faults because she is slow. She has no defense. She really don't play defense. She wants to move around like she's playing defense. She's like James Harden. She'll avoid a fast break. She has a bad temper and a bad attitude. She already got fines for technicals. The same shit that she did in college and got away with, you're not going to do in the WNBA. You're not Michael Jordan. You're a rookie. You're still getting your feet wet. And you're still going to meet these girls coming down the road that really play defense and know how to D your ass up. You might get your points, but you ain't going to have these explosions of 40 points. That ain't happening in the WNBA. You might get one game, and there might be a parade. They might have a parade. But at the end of the day, I see the Fever ending up being like 7-25. The center might want to lead the team. Y'all threatening her. Racial threats that she had to shut down her Twitter account because she missed a shot. How many shots did Caitlan Clark miss? You answer that question. This is Van Silk on WNBA B Ballers and Rock Bottom Sports.
Caitlan Clark fans are ruining the NBA. So Aaliyah Boston is now getting threats. She had to delete all her social medias but TikTok. This is a 22-year-old young woman. And you know how important social media is to the younger generation. She had to delete everything but TikTok because she's getting threats because she missed the shot. Well, don't worry, Aaliyah. I got you. Because like I always have to do to the Caitlan Clark fans, bust that bubble. Let me put myself in the corner and we'll take a look at it. 4:12 in the fourth quarter, Caitlan Clark committed a loose ball foul when the team was up 72-76. The next play, they hit a 3-point shot to make the score 75-76 Fever. Caitlan Clark comes down the court. The next play, as you'll see at the 3:39 mark, turnover. She takes a transitional foul, then she gets a technical foul. They miss the free throw, then they come back and make the next free throw, tying the game up. They happen to miss the jumper, so we're still 76-76. Let me move myself over here a little bit so you can see more. They come down. Suns miss a jumper. Leah Boston gets the rebound. Miss Mitchell misses a 24-foot shot. Bonner from the Suns gets the rebound. And then Harris from the Suns gives them the go-ahead bucket. The next play, Caitlan Clark fouls. 78-76. As you can see, Caitlan Clark commits the shooting foul. Harris makes one or two free throws, giving them a 3-point lead. And we go farther down, you will see Aaliyah Boston tied the game up at 84-84, while Caitlan Clark tied it up at 82-82. But remember this, one play don't make you lose a game. One play doesn't make you lose a game. Let's look at why they lost it. If you see over here, this is the usage rate. They had one player minus 20, Aaliyah Boston was minus 20, and Caitlan Clark was minus 18. Oh, and you look at over here, Aaliyah Boston and Caitlan Clark contributed it for 11 turnovers. The rest of the team had six. Aaliyah Boston and Caitlan Clark contributed for 11 turnovers. They had 17 altogether. They had a poor free throw, 3-point percentage. They did pretty good on free throws. With 17 turnovers, you're not going to win a game. Unless the other team has more, which the other team didn't. So one play doesn't make you win or lose a game. One sequence could cost you the game. So Caitlan Clark's just as responsible for losing that game as Aaliyah Boston is. And also, that technical foul hurt. That technical foul hurt him. Yeah, that technical foul hurt him. But then the turnover hurt him at the same time. So there's plenty of blame to go on, but Caitlan Clark fans, y'all living in a delusional world. Y'all going to keep blaming everyone but Caitlan Clark, because when they win, it's all because of Caitlan Clark, but when they lose, it's all because of her team.